So basically, Donald Trump and whoever the fuck this guy is, literally, yeah, JD Vance, the vice president, literally ended their presidential career like right now. Because right, it's how they actually treated Zelensky to the point that they actually basically brought him in just to antagonize him and actually force him in order to make a deal to end the war by saying that they lost. By basically making Ukraine surrender while making Russia victorious. And basically, in return, right, America will continue to support Ukraine. And basically, Zelensky goes like, "Fuck no, we're winning. Like, there's common sense. We're gonna beat Russia. Like, it's quite true since since it's been a while since we actually talked about it. And basically, what I see from it is that Ukraine literally has so much aid compared to Russia, where basically they're running out, and it is quite common sense in order to carry it on, just so that they could actually take over the government of Russia. Like, we could take down Putin, and then probably much be turning Russia into a fully democratic state. It won't be part of Ukraine, of course. It's gonna be its own country, but like, still, though, it's gonna be nice just to have like Russia just to be diplomatic. And this is not even diplomatic anymore. This is pretty much like communist, like. But like, yeah. So basically, this is the
kind of
video.
diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you are
Mr.
not
President,
strong...
Mr. President, with respect, I think
You can start about see that JD Vance is being like absolutely aggressive with it, and he's trying to like literally trying to like move the actual like the conversation, the actual meeting into to USA's and Russia's hand instead of Ukraine's hand. And basically like this, because like, if Trump is gonna have another term, right, Trump is gonna eventually have basically it's gonna like it's gonna be like an instant where they're gonna fucking remove the partnership between USA and Ukraine, and therefore, right, the countries won't longer supporting each other. And this could actually go to a role to the point that multiple other countries won't support USA, and USA may actually just collapse. So basically, it's not only on Ukraine's side, but it's also because like how aggressive the USA can actually be with this. Basically, they need a new president because Trump is absolutely fucking this thing over.
it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because
You're gonna just see Zelensky is confused as fuck, going like, what the fuck? Like, what are these, I would be confused as well. I'm going like, what the hell are these new allegations? And he's immediately being like, aggressive about it. Like, literally try and reason with it, go like, you came over here, we didn't invite you here, you just came over here, you literally stepped on our American land, you forced us a meeting, we had the meeting, and now you're over here litigating and literally trying to change the views of the Russia-Ukraine war. It's not like as if we're doing the same thing by basically making Russia look a lot more better than it should have been. Like,
you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the president for
Have you
trying to
ever
bring
been-
an end to this
have you
conflict.
ever-
what the hell? Thanking the country, thanking the president to bring you into the country. What the fuck does that mean? Oh right, you should be thanking him. You should be kissing his tippy toes because you bring you into basically known as the shit town of the American country of the USA, where there's a state where you can fuck your cousin.
I've been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have.
I have been to.
Come once.
I've actually watched and seen.
Yeah, he says he watches and sees the stories, but he's never ever gone over to Ukraine and actually gone over there. So he cannot really be fucking chatting when he's the one that's gone like, oh, well, you should be thanking the president in order to bring you over here. When the president didn't even bring you over to Ukraine, like, you shouldn't be chatting, Vance, like JD Vance, who's basically JD, basically gonna get sued by JD Shoe Company, like JD Shoe Company confirmed, like look at this, like I can't search up my sneakers anymore. Oh my god, JD, like fucking out, like JD's gonna come out and go like, we don't support JD Vance, like we're gonna force JD in order to change the name from JD to the JD asshole Levich Vancevich.
The stories, and I know what happens is you bring people, you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr.
Propaganda tour, bro. What the fuck is this? Propaganda tour, bro. if the reality of war is propaganda war, no, if the reality of war propaganda, then every single war USA has been in is pretty much propaganda. They literally shoot the history in the fucking foot. Like, what the fuck are you on about? JD Vance literally saying that the war is a fucking propaganda. Like, he's literally showing reality of war, and yet you go like, oh right, that's propaganda.
President, do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military?
We have problems.
And do you think that it's respectful?
I will answer.
He doesn't have any problem bringing people into the military, but he has problems with basically talking to assholes because we all do. Like, we all have. Like, he could literally exploded and told them to go fuck themselves, and then you go like, their meeting has ended. You guys could go fuck themselves. We are no longer gonna support you. We are in fact gonna go war. Like, this is probably which gonna be an understanding point where like Zelensky go like, fuck it, I'm gonna go war with you. Well, after you're done fucking over Russia, and like. No, this will probably much like stress the American people out, because the country that supports USA turn around and say USA can go fuck themselves. And the USA literally said to fucking UK to go fuck themselves. It's bad. It's literally utterly madness. Like,
come to the Oval Office
I
of the
will
United
answer.
States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country.
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now. But
yeah, he's making sense. Like, everyone has problem at the start of war. Like, everyone has problem. Like, World War II. Like, everyone has problem with each other. And then basically USA is basically like an Oshie. So
you will feel it in the future.
exactly, he's saying the truth. He's gonna feel it in the future, because if Ukraine's gonna get taken over, that means by like if you go to Google Maps over here, this is Russia. If Ukraine's gonna get taken over, there's Belarus, there's Lithuania, there's Latvia, there's Estonia, and then basically right, Moldova, and there's basically all these countries, and so Poland of course, probably. Basically, all these countries will literally basically be taken over. And what Putin wants to do, right, is bring back the USSR by basically taking over the countries that were already owned by the USSR. You can't really see it that good, but you know what I'm saying. Basically, right, all these countries, right, basically all the way up to Germany and Yugoslavia, basically, if we go to Germany and then all the way over here, that's basically the amount of countries that will be actually taken over. The amount of countries that will be taken over from Russia after Ukraine loses the war is going to be detrimental. Because, right, this makes so that there's a bunch of countries over it, especially Germany, because Germany is, like, useful, like, very useful. And due to this, right, if Germany gets taken over, it'll be absolutely detrimental. Like, it probably goes over to the point that the actual Berlin Wall will actually be in place just so that you don't take over anymore. That's Putin's plan, just to make the USSR come back again. And yet, basically, right, they're already fucking themselves, but basically saying that they're bringing Zelensky on propaganda wars and propaganda walks, and say that Russia is so bad, Russia is the worst country in the world, when it fucking supports propaganda themselves. Like, it's literally, Russia is literally a propaganda pool, and yet they actually don't see it, and they don't even talk about the propaganda. Like, basically, right, this immediately decreases the likelihood that Trump and JD Vance is ever gonna step into office ever again. This is their final term, I believe. Like, if they're too bad to get into the office, we might as well not be partnering up with USA until they actually get a new president. Like, we already had Joe Biden that kept on falling off, but at least he didn't fucking say that Zelensky is an asshole. Like, he been respectful with it. Then Trump over here, like, being that the orange grapefruit that he is literally come over here and tell him to go fuck himself, and that we're no longer gonna support you, instead we're gonna support Russia. Like,